I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing. Go.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear God, if I cannot be brilliant, let me be kind. If I cannot change the world, let me inspire just one other to do so. If I cannot give away riches, let me be loving. Let me be known for kindness, for its greatest glory. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Ellis Island's Catholic Schools acknowledges that where we are today, the hamlet of Sherwood Park and surrounding areas, are located within the traditional land of Treaty Number 6 and home of Métis Nation of Alberta Zone 4. We also acknowledge the Inuit and other diverse Indigenous groups whose ancestors have marked their territory since time immemorial, a place that has welcomed many people from around the world to make their home here. These traditional territories are a vast area encompassing a large portion of central Alberta and central Saskatchewan, an area in which we live, work, and play each and every day.
Good morning, Hawks! Boys A basketball team, you have a quick mandatory meeting in the library at the beginning of lunch. Boys A basketball team, library, don't forget.
Next Linking Generations visit is Monday, April 29th. Visit is focused on spring and planting. Please remember to eat lunch before attending the visit. If you cannot attend this visit, please let the office know ASAP.
Miss Rylance's Travel and Culture 8, you are going on a field trip today. Please meet Miss Rylance by the West Doors in Block 3.
Have a good day, Hawks!
Happy birthday to Carter Hayward, Logan Klaas, Jake McMahon, Kate Panetta, Reed Regier, Cole Schreiber, Tristan Wright, and Jada Zun.
Hi everyone, welcome to another Monaghan Minute. Here we are in the Student Center today. We have a new initiative at St. Teresa that I'm pretty excited about. Mr. Casillas, can you tell us a bit about it?
Hello. So the Kindness Club is going to be a student-led initiative where kids can come here and share their stories about bullying and have some support from one another. Additionally, this will be a space for kids to just come here and have fun. And if you need further support when it comes to bullying and you need an adult to talk about that, you can come see me and talk about that on the side.
Dawson, I hear you were a big part of starting this club. What can you tell us about it?
That there are like posters around the school, and I wanted to help kids who are getting bullied.
That's a really good initiative. Girls, what do you think?
Well, Kindness Club takes place in the Student Center every Friday at lunch and recess.
And the rules are be hopeful, be kind, and be nice and have fun.
So it sounds like a great thing, a great opportunity for everybody who needs it. Hopefully we never have bullying in our school, which I'm so proud of our school whenever I talk to people out and about how great our students are. So please don't ever bully. But if you ever are feeling that that is the case, you know there's a place you can come for support. Have a great day, everyone.
Hey Hawks, welcome back to another episode of The Weather with your weather boy, Drew Cook. And on Friday, it's supposed to be a high of +10 and low of -1. And on Saturday, believe it or not, it's supposed to be snowing with a high of +6 and a low of -6. And on Sunday, it's supposed to be a high of +7 and a low of -4. So have a good weekend, Hawks.
Student Council Update! Hip-hop pops will be sold today at the concession for $1 each, considering today is the last day they will be sold. So get them while you can.
On May 1st, wear your hats on for mental health. Pay your teacher a toonie so you can wear them.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Flashback Friday with Mr. Boyne. So today we're going to look at two things. We're going to look at a little bit of old school technology and look at a machine called the Ditto machine. We're going to find out a little bit about how that worked. And the other thing we're going to look at is a little bit on school life. And we're going to talk about how lunch hours have changed from when I went to school to what it currently is like at St. Teresa today. So hope you enjoy the episode. So what did teachers do in the days before there were photocopy machines? Photocopy machines do so much as far as producing tests and handouts for students. So When I attended school in the 1960s, there were no such things as photocopy machines, so teachers had to use a machine referred to as a ditto machine. So I'm going to show you one on a video clip, but what it was a primitive form of a photocopier that used a solvent like methyl alcohol to transfer ink from a template onto other pieces of paper. It took a lot of effort to produce the master copy. It was placed on a smooth, waxy piece of paper that was thickly inked. These had to be prepared by hand by the teacher, and it took a lot of time to do this. When the solvent was added to the master copy, it actually melted the ink so it could be transferred from the master copy onto the other pieces of paper that were in the machine. This video clip is going to show you how the ditto machine actually worked. The master copy was wrapped on a drum and the solvent was applied automatically by the machine. As the drum rotated onto the blank sheets of paper that had been located in the machine, the master copy text was transferred onto the pages as they were fed through the machine. You were limited in the number of copies you could make, as each time the ink was transferred onto a blank piece of paper, less ink was left on the master copy. So if you were making 30 copies, for instance, the last 5 copies would be much lighter in color than the first 5 copies. As the chemical reaction relied on heat for a more effective transfer of ink, copies literally came hot off the press when they were put into this machine. And a not so healthy student ritual was to take a whiff of their fresh page from the ditto machine, as it would have a unique odor resulting from the chemical reaction of methyl alcohol and ink. Oh, sorry I'm late, everybody. With your test, I had to go to the ditto machine. There was a great big lineup, so take one, pass the rest back, and we'll get started. Okay. So let's talk about lunch. Lunch has changed an awful lot since I've gone to school. I would say if I look at this school right now at St. Teresa, 99% of the kids stay for lunch and about 1% of the kids go home. When I was going to school, it was the opposite. 99% of the kids went home for lunch and 1% of the kids stayed at school. So what does lunch hour look like at St. Teresa? So lunch at St. Teresa's, lineups for hot lunches, loud, big crowds. So many people, we have to put them all over the school, including outdoors. So here is what lunch looked like when Mr. Boyne went to school. This is the 1% of the kids who had to stay back and eat their lunch. You'll notice that there was no hot lunch, there was no cafeteria, there was no lunchtime programming. Basically, the kids sat with their bag lunch, their sandwich, their apple, their cookie, and their milk, and they ate their lunch and killed time until their friends got back from their lunch at home. So you might be wondering what an old school lunch looked like. Well, when I went home, the soup was always on. My mother always had the soup on, so it was a bowl of soup. It was a peanut butter sandwich on white bread, the all-time best sandwich ever, and a glass of milk. And what better way to sit back and enjoy that lunch at home than to take your tray into the living room and watch the all-time favorite lunchtime TV show, The Flintstones. Enjoy your lunch, everybody. Well, that's it for another episode of Flashback Friday with Mr. Boyne. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something from it, and we'll see you again next time.
Hi, I'm here with bike safety, and I'm going to teach you how to get to school safely. Rule number 1, remember to always wear your helmet. I'm not even wearing a helmet! Alberta traffic safety. Cyclists younger than 18 are required by law to wear bicycle helmets. Children in trailers or on trail bikes are also required. Adults are encouraged to wear helmets. Hi, I'm here with bike safety, and I'm going to tell you how to ride your bike to school safely. Remember, only one person on a bike. No riding on headlights. Number 2, always remember to walk your bike across the street. Make sure you watch for buses.
Don't chase the geese like I just did, because they're wild animals and they will attack.
That's right, it's Mr. Prue. Now I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. So what was your favorite sport in junior high?
My favorite sport in junior high was basketball. Back then I was the same height as everybody. So I found a lot of success back then.
And how has that changed?
Now my favorite sport is probably slow pitch because I'm much slower and lazier and I don't have to do much.
Okay, and then what was your favorite hairstyle other than the long hair?
Other than long hair, when I was in junior high, I was a big Sugar Ray fan. You should look it up, Sugar Ray, great band. So I'm gonna have to say Frosted Tips.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
Guys, St. Teresa Hawks, that's our news. Now it's time for first block. Our prize, the Hawks, Catholics the way. I hope you all may have a good day.